Ellymentry Papercrafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. So today I'm afraid I'm a little bit late. I had planned to, I had intended to be here at 2:30. However, I went out to the supermarket to pick up a couple of things. Bumped into someone I hadn't seen for a long time. Ended up chatting, went for a cup of coffee, and when I got back here, it was, I can't remember now, gone 2 o'clock, hadn't had any lunch, so I just had some lunch and I thought, oh, it's no good, I can't rush. So that's why I'm late. Anyway, let's see if anyone's here yet. Oh, Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. Long time no see. How are you? You been doing any crafting lately? So I'm going to be using Piece to You today. This is one of my favourite new stamp set, and I haven't used it enough. I must get some Christmas cards made using this one. Oh, hi, Hills. Thanks for coming along. Lovely to see you. Linda. Wow, Linda, thanks for catching me live. Okay, so we've got 3 here. And Anne. Well done, Anne. So for those of you who missed it, I'm sorry I'm late. I don't have a note from my mum. But, yeah, I just went out and time ran away with me. So you're crafting as you watch. Well done, Cheryl. Okay, so today's card was inspired by a card. I went through my box of, cards, makes, etc., and things that are half ready. Oh, just a minute. Before I go any further, I need to apologise for the lighting. I hope it's okay. I know it's a bit shadowy still, but can we just see how we get on? If you don't like the shadows, if you can't see properly, just let me know and we'll try and do something else. Oh, hi, Wendy. Lovely to have you along. Hope you're okay. So, yeah, it was inspired by a card I found in my half-made box. So this comes from many years ago when I used to make a lot of 8x8 cards. But since the postage has become so horrendous, I don't really send many of these. But they are lovely and they do give you a lot of scope. But I thought today I'm going to make a 6x6 version because the paper I want to use only comes in a 6x6 size. But I think it looks just as nice. So it's a lot of matting and layering. But, that's okay because sometimes people get a bit stuck with that. So, I don't mind going through it, and then anyone who's not familiar with it can have a brush up. So Cheryl's just asking Wendy how her husband is because he's been poorly. Well, he needs some antibiotics, yeah. Well, I hope they get some and they work. Okay, so let's start with then. Let's start. So I've got a piece of the gold. Oh, I never remember what it's called in the Stampin' Up catalogue. What's it called? Someone tell me. I always call it mirror card, but I know that's not what it's called in our book. Gonna have to look it up, aren't I? That's 5.5, and this designer series paper is 5.25. So I'm using some double-sided tape to stick it to the base. A glow. Oh yeah, this is called sorry. This is the Lights Aglow designer series paper, but I can't remember what this is called. Cheryl, what do we call this? Right, I forgot to gut that, so I'll do that now. And if I'd remembered to gut it, I would have had a smaller piece to use again, but stupidly I didn't. So this has got to be, let's do it this way around. I can do it better this way around. No, it's not called metallic gold. It is, I know, but it's not called that, is it? It's gone right off my head. Foil sheet. Thank you, Wendy. Gold foil sheet. Easy when you know, isn't it? Easy when someone tells you. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to get ready. What I did get ready, actually, it's surprising what you can do in 10 minutes when you put your mind to it. There we go. So, let's just whip the edges of this tape and get this stuck down. I went, as I was on my way to the supermarket, I had the tyre warning light came up on my car, and that's never happened to me before. And it was to say that I had lost tyre pressure. And I thought, well, that's handy, isn't it? At least I know it works. So when I finished in the supermarket, I went to the garage, you know, which is joined to the supermarket, and you have to pay 50p now to get air, which is terrible. So I paid my 50p, and I know what my tyre pressure should be, so I pressed the gauge there to, you know, put 32 in, and then when I went round to put the air in, it was okay on the two tyres on the same side as the gauge. But when I went to put the air in the opposite tyres on the other side of the car, well, it was a nightmare, because you're bent down with the valve and the air pump in your hand. You can't stand up to look at the gauge to see, you know, what pressure you're up to. So I don't know if the tyre pressures on the other side are all right now. I just guessed. So I might have to find somewhere where you can drive in the other way and test the other two. Wendy says it's £1 at hers. I noticed it was £1 for windscreen wash and tyres, but the tyres alone were 50p. Oh, well, I never heard a beep, Wendy. But then my hearing's not fantastic. Okay, so then we've got this one, which is the same paper and foil sheet. I remembered that time. But this is cut down to half that size. Okay, because it's going to go on the front there. Now I've lost the comments, so just bear with me while I try to find those again. I knocked my mouse and it knocked me off the page, so I've moved the mouse right out of the way. Now, shall I gut this? No, I'm going to be extravagant. Let's go with it, because I'm going to waste time. You know how to do that now, so I don't have to keep doing it. So yes, had I come back on schedule, I would have done all this taping down before I came on air, but didn't happen. Yeah, you can't really turn the car around, Anne, because all the cars are coming in that way. There isn't really, you know, like in a garage, it's all a one-way system, is it? So you can't turn the car around on the forecourt. Yeah, I just set it to 32, Wendy, but I never heard a beep. Now, if I find another garage, Anne, where, you know, you come in the other way, then I will be able to do that. But I wasn't going to do that today. Saturday is the wrong day to do it anyway, isn't it? But then that's when I got the warning, so. Actually, thinking about it, and how stupid am I? I bought a tyre pressure gauge years ago, so I've got one at home. What a twit. Oh well, I'll do it at home. I'll have a look tomorrow when I've got some more time. So then I'm going to stick this one on there. So in short, when you're matting and layering, if you work in inches, cut each piece of cardstock a 1/4 of an inch smaller. Sorry, each piece of paper a 1/4 of an inch smaller than the cardstock you want to sit it on. So we've got an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So go down in 1/4 of an inch implements. And if you're using centimeters, then go down 1/2 centimeter at a time. Well, I don't know how I've knocked my mouse again, but I've ended up going right back to the beginning. I was watching myself at the beginning. That was a bit confusing. So, not my day today, is it? This part measures 8 inches by 4, and I've scored it in the middle, making it a 4-inch square card. No, the air isn't near the pumps on ours either, but you can't turn the car around because there are cars coming the other way, so you can't turn around because there's people queued behind you for the air. Oh, hi, Cindy. Thanks for coming along. Nice to see you. Okay, so this is going to go round that way. Now, if I was using a smaller stamp, I could have made this smaller. I would have made it to about 3 inches. But as the stamp is quite sizable, I couldn't make this any smaller. But you can still see plenty of the designer series paper around it. And I'm going to pop the mats on again like so. So it's really going to look jazzy. Now I'm going to stamp this onto the paper, and I don't know how it's going to look because I've not done this before, but I thought let's give it a go. It'll be a completely different look. You know me, I like to try something a bit different. So it's easier, always find it easier to stick on the right hand side rather than the left. So that's what I'll do. So while I was in the supermarket this morning, picking up a couple of bits I'd forgotten to get, I spotted some Daddy's sauce. Now, if you're in Britain, you will know that that's a really popular brown sauce that people use with their savoury food. And apparently you can't buy it in America. So I bought 3 large bottles to take over to my friend Cindy in Dallas when I go over in a couple of weeks' time. It's 2 weeks on Tuesday that I fly over, and I just cannot believe how quickly that has gone now. And you know what they say? I'll be back before I know I've even been, won't I? Cindy, she's here. Hello, I didn't know. Well, you know you've got it now. Yep, you can look forward to that, can't you? Your 3 bottles of big Daddy's sauce. I got your big ones too. I'm so glad I've made you happy. Yeah, it's only 2 weeks away. Woohoo! Now, I know we're going to do lots of crafting, Cindy. All our Stampin' Up products to do. We've got the stamp camp and a couple of classes and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. And I thought we might be able to go to the aquarium again, because it's a long time since we went there. And what else do you think we might... what else do you think we're going to get up to? Have you got anything planned? Or do you want to keep it a secret? Now, to stamp this, I'm going to use my Stamparatus, because with this being quite a solid stamp, it's handy to have a bit of help. I might have to do it twice. So Cindy says Brian will be thrilled. It's his particular favourite. Yep. Well, I have to keep my hosts happy, don't I? So you know I've got your chocolate. I told you I got your chocolate. So I think you both like the chocolate though, don't you? That's not just going to be for Brian. Right, now I'm going to pop this in the middle, because it always stamps better in the middle. So I'm going to pop my magnet there. So if I put my stamp down. So has anybody else stamped on this designer series paper before? It's got, it's a thick rubber stamp, so I don't need that in. Let's start again. Yeah, has anyone else stamped on this paper yet? Because with it having a bit of gold in, I don't think it's gonna stamp a bit weird, isn't it? I just remembered I've got to put this upside down. Okay, here we go. Let's go for it. Oh, there is an international meeting. Oh, good. Where's that going to be held? Is it somewhere I've been before? And downtown McKinney. Yes, that's where else we were going to go, isn't it? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now, I think it's a bit like that other old town you took me to last time I came. The one near the airport. What was that called? That was lovely. Oh, you're not sure about the host at this time. Okay. Right, anyone who's not used the Stamparatus, if you put your stamping case underneath it, it helps with somewhere solid when you want to ink up. It's upside down. No, it doesn't need to be upside down, because that's going to be... Hang on. Yeah, I was thinking... Yeah, well done, Hilary. I don't need it to be upside down. I was thinking it was going to be the other way round. Right, so now do I risk getting dirty fingers and not bother to clean this off, or what? I'm going to have to do this anyway, aren't I? Because... oh, botheration. Right, girls, just talk amongst yourselves. Grapevine, that was it. Yeah, it's a beautiful little place, wasn't it? I liked that. And I bought that lovely sort of, oh, it was a knitted, wasn't it? Like a poncho. But you told me it wasn't a poncho. What was that posh word you used? For some reason, the only word I can think is a sarong. And I know it's not a sarong. That's not right. It's not right. What was it called? You told me it had a lovely name. Sarap. Is that how you say it? Sarap? It was lovely anyway. And I should bring that with me in case I need a little bit of something to keep me warm on the plane, or maybe in the evenings or whatever. Right, so I'm using Night of Navy ink on this. And I'm going to press down nice and firmly on this. The E is pronounced as an A. Sarape. 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 Anyway, whatever it is, it's very nice. Right, I've got a little thing here to help press down. Oh, things are not going well here because I've just knocked that temporary light. That's it. Okay, so let's just press this down. Serape. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, Serape, yes. We got there in the end. Right, so, oh, well, that's not bad for my first go, is it? So we just need a bit more ink. With these solid stamps, you very often need to stamp 2 or even 3 times. And I think it was paler in the middle. It was a little bit dotty, wasn't it, here in the middle? Like me, a bit dotty. Oh, yes, that's looking good. I'm quite pleased with the way this stamps onto the gold. I think those gold stripes really add something more to it. You have to roll your R's. Ooh, that sounds a bit rude. Rrr, serape. Ooh, is that better? Serape. Okay, look at that. I'm happy. I'm happy. Take that to one side. Now, I'm thinking about it stamps well. Yeah, it does. As I say, it does need 2 or 3 goes because it's solid. And also with this being gold, I wasn't sure how well it would take. Right, this, Cindy, I think the ones you buy are called a chucky, okay? I've never actually seen them for sale, but I've seen people using them on YouTube. But what I did, right, this is the top of a candle. You know the Yankee candles? The Yankee candles have got that lid on. So this isn't a Yankee candle, it was just a cheap one. So I took the lid and I filled it with I had some old beads that I wasn't going to use. Then I had some candle wax left in the bottom of the Yankee candle, which I just heated through the glass with my heat gun. And when it was melted, I poured it in to make those beads all solid. I also added a bit of, I think it was, I can see something white here. I think it was polyfiller. I just went in the garage and just found stuff I could use to make it solid and weight it down. And then this is just a soft cloth. I think it was something I had in a bead making kit, and it was designed to lay down so that you could put your beads on it and they wouldn't roll away. Well, I'm not going to do any more beading. And that makes a lovely soft cover for it all. So it's like a dome there where I've got so much stuff in it. And then you just press that down onto the stamp apparatus and it gives you a good even pressure all over. Okay, so that's the story of that. And you think I ought to blot this? Let's see if it's dry. If it's dry, I might be able to give it a little wipe and take any ink off the foil. Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks, Linda. Okay, so do you think I should colour their clothes? I'm quite tempted to colour their clothes. I've seen that. What do you think? I could use a bit of soft suede for Joseph, and maybe crumb cake for his headdress. And Mary, she's already got the blue dress, so I could use So Saffron just to do her shawl there. What do you think? Yeah, colour it. Okay, Cheryl. Yeah, come on. That's what we're going to do. Right, start at the top. So this is the crumb cake. I'm just using Stampin' Write markers. Has anybody else got this stamp set yet? Has anybody else used it? I was going to do this in brown, wasn't I? But it's too late now. Actually, it's just as well because I shall want to do his staff in a dark brown. So I thought this was Joseph, but it looks like a shepherd, doesn't it, with the crook? So Joseph was a carpenter, wasn't he? Don't know what this bit is here, but I feel I should colour it the same colour. So, has anybody done anything interesting today? Has anybody done anything at all today? Do you know, Wendy, I've just been thinking, and I think you're right. I seem to remember actually hearing a beep when the tyres are pumped up. So I think that's just a sign of me going deaf. Oh, Linda's having another copy. It must be very early there. So it's nice that you people in the States have managed to catch me today, because I know when I normally come on at 2:30, it really is early, isn't it? So it's a bit better, I think, for you later. Now, I've just gone over this in early espresso because I don't think that soft suede was enough. And then this So Saffron is quite a light yellow. I think that would be nice for her veil. Was it? No, it's not a veil, is it? Headdress. Let's call it a headdress. I think it would be a nice contrast from the navy blue. Right, what colour should we do baby Jesus' little gown then? Oh, Cindy's doing a scrapbook page, the blog cut, yeah. Cindy's ongoing saga of cleaning and organising the craft area. Cindy, you've been doing that ever since I've known you. But it is big. It is a big area. I think I'm going to go for a dark red for our baby's little outfit. Oh, just a little hat as well. You can be wearing a hat. I'm sure babies wore hats back then as well. There. Yes, I'm glad I did colour it. I think it looks nice coloured. So Anne's been shopping and cleaning again. So that's on there. Yeah, I do like the contrast of the colours. Now I think I'm going to bring this up towards the top so that I can put a greeting at the bottom. So on the larger card like this, I probably would have left it in the middle and put the greeting across the top, but there's not really enough room here to do that. Thanks, Cheryl. I'm not brilliant at colouring, and of course because it's not alcohol markers there's no shading, but I didn't go over the lines. That's about as good as I get. Right, so sounds like my son has just returned from a bike ride. Just trying to get that central. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's something really satisfying about making a card that you layer up. It really does look more luxurious, and it certainly feels more luxurious when you've got a thicker card. Hilary says, why is a Liverpool supporter then? Why? Who's why? Baby. Is your B&A not working, Hilary? Yes, Jesus was a Liverpool supporter, definitely. Oh, you crack me up, Hilary, you really do. Okay, so I'm just going to use Silent Night, Holy Night for our greeting. I think that actually really is perfect for this. That's why it looked upside down, because I'm doing it wrong way. So let's just grab a bit of I've used Very Vanilla for this because I thought it would go with the gold, but really that's on white paper, so really I should have gone for white, but hey ho. Looks all right, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks all right. Okay, so let's get this stamped. So our Liverpool playing today? Is Jim watching? I'm going to go for the Night of Navy for this again. Do you know, I just saw the time at the bottom of the page and I thought, 3:30. Blimey, I've been here a long time and I've not finished. And of course, I didn't start till 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm definitely not myself today. I don't know who I am, but I'm not me. Oh, I got a little halo there, so let's do it again. Oh, go back to bed and get up again. Oh, this is ridiculous, isn't it? What am I doing wrong? Oh, I know what it is. This isn't flat. That's what it's all about. No. I don't understand this. I've used all available pieces of card now. Oh, Lord. Right. My fingers stuttered. Oh, yeah, mine did too. It's the pad, is it? Oh, my God. No, I don't push very hard, deliberately. It's the top. Can you see the top is just not stamping properly? Right. I'm going to have to put it in here so that I can do it as many times as I want. Put it here. I'm going to get it right. I'm not speaking now because I'm concentrating. Right, I just got a cotton bud and I just went round the outside of the stamp to, oh, for goodness sake. This is getting ridiculous, isn't it? Yay! At last. Right then, let's see if I can find a die to cut that out nicely. Yeah, I wasn't with it at all, what you were saying, Cindy. Sorry. Let's see if one of these will fit. Oh, no, that's not going to be big enough. And that's not going to be big enough, is it? go for that one, I think, which is going to be too big. Oh no, do you know what? I'm just going to cut it out because I don't want anything too big. Oh my lord, that's not very straight, is it? Oh dear. Right. That doesn't look straight either. Do you ever get that feeling that you wish you'd never started something? But you're loving it, aren't you, girls? Right. It's not straight. I'm just going to grab my scissors. Just try and straighten that up a bit. Cindy says, wow, found 3 Christmas cards that I won from Anne-Marie Heil in 2019. Oh. See that clearing up? Does bring up things from the past, doesn't it? If you're lucky. Now then, I'm not going to go through that headache again. So I'm just going to stick this onto there and cut round it this time, because that was a mammoth task, which should have been something quite easy. Anne says, I have that feeling often, Ellie. Yeah, I just I've got to be truthful. I am a bit off today. I'm not ill by any means. Don't get me wrong, I'm not ill. But my brain feels a bit fogged. What do they call it these days? There's a saying now, isn't there? What do they call it? Can someone help me? Because my brain's fogged. Cindy says one discovers all kinds of stuff cleaning. Yeah, I must admit, when I'm looking for something in my huge collection of crafting drawers, oh, I'm so surprised at the things I turn out and think, wow, I completely forgot I put that in there. I've been looking for it, in loads of other places, but had no idea that I put it in that drawer underneath a load of other stuff. The only trouble is, by the time you find it, you don't want it anymore, do you? There. Now, why didn't I just cut that one out with a pair of scissors in the beginning? That would have saved a lot of time. But it wouldn't have been so entertaining, would it, girls? Right, so this is going to be quite different look. One's going to open that way and one that way. That'll be quite nice, won't it? Well, I think so. Right, so I want to get this centrally. So what I do is I'm putting my tweezers up to the point where the glue needs to finish. So I know I only glue up to my tweezers. Brain fog, that's it, Cindy. Well done. Do you know, Cindy, I'm so looking forward to coming over and having this break, because I know when I get to yours, I've got no work, I've got no responsibilities. I can just put myself into your care. And I won't have to use my brain. I think that's what it is. I'm in desperate need of a holiday. Desperate need of a holiday. It's just been too long. Too long. 4 years is too long. Right, putting the lid on my glue before that dries up. Just tidy up a bit around here to make it look a bit nicer, to show the finished card. So girls, I'm sorry that that was a bit of a hodgepodge today. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this, please let me know by clicking the like button, or even button. I don't know why I don't just give up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, which I'm pretty sure most of you are. And yeah, if you can share it with friends. I think last time I looked, I had 999 subscribers. I just need one more, please, to get me to that 1,000 mark, and then I will do my stamp set giveaway. Yeah, Cindy's going to be my carer. Cindy and Brian. Yeah, so everything I've used will be available in my online store, and I'll add a link to that below, along with the links to the digital downloadable catalogues. So Cheryl says about the mat, you've looked on Amazon, okay. I'll send you the link, Cheryl. I think that's the best thing to do. Okay, well, thanks again for watching, everybody. Sorry it was so late today, and I hope to see you all next week. I have hit the 1K. Brilliant. Thanks, Anne. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and do my giveaway video now then. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye for now.